All right, we have reached the final Mishnah in Chapter 1. Chapter 1, Mishnah 18, and it opens up with a teaching from Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, Rabbi Shimon, the son of Gamliel, and he says, Al Shlosha Dvarim Ha'olam Kayam, on three things the world exists. Now, already, this should ring a bell, because in Chapter 1, Mishnah 2, we said that the world is omed, the world is supported or stands on three things, and here we find a similar statement, not that the world stands, but that the world, it continues to exist. And what are these three things? It teaches over here, it says it stands on, it exists, it's kayam on three things, and that is emet, emes, truth, din, justice, and shalom, and peace. Now, the question is, what does it mean that the world exists on these three things versus that the world is omed or supported by three things? As we saw back in chapter 1, Mishnah 2, Shimon HaTzadik, Shimon the righteous said, Al Shlosha Dvarim Ha'olam, I made the world stands on three things, the world is supported on three things, and that is Torah, the study of Torah, the learning of Torah, growing wise with Hashem's wisdom, Avoda, serving Hashem, serving our Creator, and lastly, Gemilas Chasadim, which is loving kindness. The question is, now we are saying that the world doesn't stand, but the world exists and continues to exist. And the answer is as follows, that in the first Mishnah that we saw that taught this idea was telling us what the purpose of the world is. What is my mission here? My mission as a Jew is Torah, to become wise with Hashem's wisdom, is to serve my Creator, Avoda, and lastly, to be a upstanding member of my society, Gemilas Chasadim, loving kindness. But the prerequisite is as follows. If I want my Torah, my service of Hashem, and my loving kindness to have continuity, if I want my mission in this world to have existence, to last, the right to go, to be effective, and to truly be kayam and exist, I need to incorporate three things into those three things. I got to incorporate into my Torah, I need to incorporate all three ideas. I need to incorporate emes. It has to be truthful. My Torah has to be true. It has to be genuine, right? My Torah, my wisdom that I learned from Hashem has to be true. Number two, it has to be just. It has to be a Torah that is within the framework and the context that the Torah lays forth. Okay, it has to be a just Torah. And lastly, it has to be shalom. It has to be peace. It has to be in pursuit of making the world a better place. The same thing applies to my service of Hashem. It has to be genuine. It has to be honest. It has to be real. My service of Hashem as well has to be din. It has to be just. It has to be within the framework and the set of laws that the Torah sets forth. I can't just make up my own rules and ways to serve my Creator. And lastly, of course, my service of Hashem has to be in the pursuit of peace, into making this world a better place. Then it will have continuity. And lastly, even my loving kindness, my purpose in my world, the way I exist in my society and how I am a righteous member of my society, also has to be with these three ideas. It has to be truthful, it has to be genuine. I want to help people from a genuine place. Number two, it has to be din, it has to be just. All my loving kindness needs boundaries, needs a context. It has to have a set of rules that I follow. And lastly, my loving kindness has to be, of course, shalom, in pursuit of peace. If I truly want to help people, it has to be in the pursuit of wanting to make the world a better place. And the Mishnah wraps up with one last idea. We round out chapter 1. Rabbi Chananya ben Akashia Omer, Chananya the son of Akashia, says that the Almighty wanted to give the Jewish people so much. So what did he do? He wanted to give us abundance, and he wanted to give us tremendous merit and opportunity. What did he do? He gave us the Torah and mitzvot. He gave us his wisdom, and he gave us the practical application of his wisdom called the mitzvot. If we take that and we own that opportunity, we will have tremendous blessing in our life. And I wish you only blessing, and everyone today who is in need of salvation, especially in such precarious times, should see the salvation and the healing and the blessing that they seek. Thank you so much for listening. Have an amazing day. By the way, my name is Yaakov Florence. I am with the YEHUDI YP branch. I forgot to introduce myself in the beginning. God bless. Have an amazing day. Shabbat shalom to you.